Hey, welcome back to the Missouri Sports Network, MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everyone has a home field advantage. Presented by Central Bank of the Ozarks, Labor's Local 663, the Bank of Billings, Shelter Insurance Agents in Aurora, see Grant Baker in Lockwood, see Sean Holman, Doak Propane, Great Southern Bank, and the Missouri State Highway Patrol, who reminds us to take that 3 seconds and buckle up. It's 3 seconds that could save your life. Be safe, be smart, and be here tomorrow. Other Chevy dealers of the Ozarks Athlete of the Week segment. We go about 120 miles to the north of the studio to Wellington-Napoleon High School. We welcome in uh, Lady Tigers head coach Andy Hampton. Coach Hampton, thanks for your time today.
Yeah, thanks for having us on.
17-2 on the season, a second place finish a year ago, 24-3. Talk about this year and how things have been going so far.
Well, we've had a great season so far. We really kind of picked up where we left off last year, starting with our stuff in the summer, and we returned a great core of our second place finish team from last year, and so the girls have kind of just continued to try to carry that success on into this season. We kind of tried to beef up our schedule a little bit this year and play a little bit tougher opponents, and we definitely have had our fair share of challenges so far this year, and the girls have responded great to that, and so we're just trying to continue to take one game at a time and try to get back into the playoffs.
You mentioned you had the majority of your team coming back. What did you lose to graduation, and who's had to kind of step up and replace that?
Well, we lost three quality seniors from last year's team. Two starters, and those girls were tremendous assets to our team. And we were going to have to find some young kids to kind of fill in for them this year that maybe didn't have quite as much experience. We have a freshman right now that's filling one of those roles for us, and we also have a sophomore that's really stepped up here in the last few weeks to fill that role too. And so we return a very talented and dedicated senior class this year, and those four have really done a great job of leading us to where we're at so far.
And Coach, are you a member of a conference?
Yes, we're part of the I-70 conference that has 8 schools in it.
Talk a little bit about the teams in your conference and handicap that a little bit, and maybe where you are right now and what your expectations are.
Well, we've been very fortunate to have a lot of success in our league the last 3 years. We've actually been the defending champs here for the last 3 years, and so we typically always have a tough conference on the girls' side in the I-70. Santa Fe and St. Paul's out of Concordia, and Concordia are traditionally all good solid programs that always give us a little bit of a hard time every year. And ones that our girls look forward to. Those are kind of our Santa Fe and Concordia are probably our two biggest rivals in the conference, and rightfully so. They always put out a successful team, and so really from top to bottom, year in year out, it's always a tough league, and this year's been no different. And so we haven't had many conference games yet. We've only played 2, and so we kind of start that tonight actually, and have about 4 in a row. So we're getting ready to hit the conference grind here coming up tonight.
You're at Concordia tonight. You've won 8 in a row at this point. What do you feel like you're doing really well right now?
Well, I think the biggest thing for us is we've really stepped up our defense here of late. We try to pride ourselves on our defense every game, each and every year, and I think that's really played a huge factor in our success in these last games. Especially, we've had some big games against some really quality opponents, and it really came down to us getting stops and locking people down. And so, our girls have really bought into it. Each and every year they do a great job of executing that. And so, we try to use that to create our offense. We like to play a full court game up and down. And, we usually get that going with our defense. So I would say that's probably been our biggest asset so far.
About 3/4 of the way through the season, as you prepare now, you're starting to prepare for districts. District seed meetings are probably around the corner. Kind of handicap your district. Has it changed from last year, and if so, how?
Yeah, we go to a whole new district this year. We actually go down south a little bit to Archie, Missouri, who will be hosting. And we're going to be in with several schools down around that area, which is different for us. Normally, we're kind of around our league up in West Central Missouri. And so, that will definitely be different. And Archie is a team that we played in the state playoffs last year in sectionals, and so they return a good core of that group from that team as well. And so they're hosting it, and so that'll be a tough challenge for us to go down there. But we will be seeing some new faces when we head down there in a few weeks.
Outstanding. We've got a young lady sitting to your right who just went over, I believe, 2,000 career points. Ayden Shannon, tell us a little bit about Ayden and what she does for you.
Well, she's special. She's special on and off the court. She's been a 4-year player for us, 4-year starter. She has rewritten the record books here on the girls' side of basketball at Wellington-Napoleon, where we've had a outstanding tradition in girls basketball. I think the biggest thing about her is, she has worked for every single thing she has received. She puts in a lot of extra time in the gym, outside of practice. Comes up daily, always stays and does more just to improve herself as a player. And as successful as she is on the court, she's just as successful off the court. She's the true definition of a student athlete. One of the top ranked in her class, and she's got a sweet personality. She's just a tremendous young lady. She's the type of girl that you hope your son ends up dating and your daughter grows up to be. I mean, that's about the best way I could describe her. And she's a great leader for us, and she's been an unbelievable player.
Ayden, congratulations.
Thank you.
Thanks for being part of the show. And on behalf of Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks, congratulations on being named an Athlete of the Week, scoring your 2,000th point here recently. Take us back to that game. And going into that game, did you know you were close?
I knew I was, I think, 65 away, like a game before, something like that, or 2 games before. But I think, like, I was told I was going to probably get it the week after. So I don't think anybody was actually prepared for it. And we were playing a really good team. We were playing a team that we'll probably end up seeing in quarterfinals to make it to state. We'll probably end up playing them. We played them again last year. It was Bishop of Blonde, so we knew it was going to be a really tough game. Yeah.
What was the basket? Do you remember the basket?
It was a free throw.
Okay, well that's fine. The game's already slowed down. Have you gotten the basketball or any? Have you got any accolades or awards from it?
Not yet. No.
Oh, okay. Do you
Those will be coming.
remember? Yeah, I know. Do you remember the first point you scored?
No.
Going back to your freshman year to now, kind of define how your game has changed. Have you changed? Have you changed positions? Have you gotten better at one particular thing? How's your game changed since your freshman year?
When I was a freshman, we had a pretty good senior class, and I was mainly just like a point guard, and I mainly only shot threes and was just kind of like a shooter. But now, like, we've lost a lot more offensive threats, so I feel like I have to do a lot more like driving and kicking and trying to give other people more shots too. So I've definitely advanced my ball handling a lot, and attacking the basket has gotten a lot better for me since then.
Do you like the fact of facing the basket, or would you rather catch the ball with your back to the basket? What's your favorite position? Where do you want to be on the floor?
Yeah, I really like starting with the ball, like in point guard, and then creating off of that. Like if I need a shot or a drive or if it's a kick.
Was there, as a freshman, did you have mentors that maybe were upperclassmen that you maybe modeled your game after, or just looked up to and respected and kind of tried to carry on what they had built?
Yeah, we had a really good senior my freshman year, and she was one of my close friends then. And yeah, if I had any questions, I would always go to her. She was a really good leader for us. She was definitely one that I looked up to. She was a bigger like forward, but she could also like go out and shoot.
As you look back, on your high school career, what games are going to stand out? What moments will stand out the best? What are some of your favorite moments in time? Maybe it's that semifinal win a year ago that put you in the state championship game. What are things that are going to stand out to you, Ayden?
Definitely winning sectionals last year, because my freshman year and sophomore year we lost in sectionals, and then last year was like the year we finally like got over that hump that we needed to get over. So I feel like that was even more special than winning quarterfinals to make it to state. It was beating sectionals for sure.
As you come into this season, and I do this just by nature of what I do, or I'll go through schedules and say, hey, I'd like to be at that game or this game. As a player, do you look at your upcoming schedule and look forward to certain games? Maybe it's a rivalry game. Maybe it's someone on the other team. Maybe it's a team that beat you last year that you want revenge. Do you kind of look forward to some of these games throughout the season?
Yeah, I definitely look forward more to the games that are going to be closer or tougher. Like we play Tipton, and they're a really good team. We play them maybe once or twice a year, and we know all the girls on the other team, and we're really good friends. But it's always such a good game, and it's always really fun to play in. That and Bishop of Blonde again. We knew that was going to be a tough game. Everyone was looking forward to that for their team. Everyone was looking forward to that from our team, and we knew it was going to be a fun environment to play in.
Again, we're visiting with Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks Athlete of the Week from Wellington-Napoleon High School, Ayden Shannon and head coach Andy Hampton. Ayden, you're a senior. What plans, if any, do you have for next year?
I'm going to attend William Jewell College in Liberty and play there. And I'm not really 100% sure what I want to major in yet, but I'm thinking in dental hygiene. So,
Is there a background? Do you have family members or?
well, my brother plays at William Jewell,
Okay.
and my mom used to play there too. And my sister's going with me. I have a twin.
Okay. Very good.
Yeah.
Now, does she play basketball as well?
Yes.
Okay. Well, good deal. That's exciting. Exciting for sure. Well, again, on behalf of Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks, congratulations, Ayden Shannon, for being named the Athlete of the Week here on the Missouri Sports Network.
Thank you.
Coach Hampton, you've got Concordia. Actually, got two Concordia. You got St. Paul Lutheran out of Concordia at your place, but you're at Concordia tonight. What are your expectations? And Snowmageddon hit there yet?
Well, in a few hours, we're hoping to still get the game in, actually. So, going to Concordia, they, like I said, they always play us tough. They have one of the best players in our conference. She's been a 4-year player, an all-state player. So, we'll have our hands full with her. But, both these games this week, like I said, 2 league games. And so we always make it a goal to try to win our conference. And like I said, the girls have done a great job of that over the years. And so, we'll be ready for the challenge tonight that they will pose for us down in Concordia.
You bet. Coach Hampton, I really appreciate you guys being generous with your time. Congratulations once again. Best of luck as you go through the season, and hopefully you guys can make a run, and we'll have you back on the Missouri Sports Network again.
That would be great. We appreciate you letting us do this, and thanks for all your support and coverage.
You bet. You're listening and watching the Missouri Sports Network at MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everyone has a home field advantage. Keep it right here.